open. We live, man. It's a controversial best in swoop show. Oh, I don't see anybody on the screen.
We all here.
We here.
Yeah, I'm waiting on my thing. There you go. It's the controversial best in swoop show. Oh, I guess we got my camera over just a little bit. There we go.
Oh, look official now.
Hey, there we go. We here with alumni of the Best Point of View TV and Grind Season TV alum here today. But let me introduce my co-hosts as I usually do. The beautiful and always controversial Christine, the boisterous, slowly maturing, and need more hoes best, as you know, and you know your favorite, the overweight lover, and I'm feeling real Griselda, real Griselda today. You feel me? Overweight lover, also very opinionated and confrontational Vis Swoops. We're here with platinum recording producer, well established in the game, and has a lot to say and want to tell his story. Ness on the beat. Shout out to Ness on the beat, man. Welcome to you being on the show, and we appreciate you taking your time to be here, man.
No problem.
Christine, the best. How you guys feeling today?
Yeah, we good. We cool, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was breaking the ice a little bit.
I'm lying, bro. France lost today in the World Cup.
Oh yeah, he was betting on France, huh?
Bro, I didn't even bet. I was so rooting for them because a lot of France, a lot of players on the team for France is from our country, so it hurt. It hurt the heart.
Yeah, Messi and them got it, man.
That's the GOAT. Like he's really the GOAT. You gotta give him his credit when credit's due.
Salute to them. What else? Anything else we want to get into before we get into our interview, real quick?
Well, there's a lot of stuff going on, but I can't really think.
That can wait till another time. Let's get into our interview. Ness, how you doing, man? What's going on? What's new?
I'm doing good. Cooking up. I'm working more into my artistry. I just dropped the EP at midnight yesterday called Divine Ellis. That's my artist name. It's Divine. And my middle name Ellis. And there's 9 tracks on that EP. Just different vibes that you won't hear from like nobody else. Just me being authentic to myself. Yeah. And I moved to Florida like 8 months ago.
Oh, so you're not in that cold weather of that northeast region right now. I just seen the Bills game, and it was pretty snowed in up in that area. You feel me?
I'm here right now for like the holidays and stuff like that, but I'm going back eventually get that sun.
Yeah, that snow is not for anybody, man. I feel like my skin's been glistening since I moved to the West Coast.
Yeah.
Best Christine, it's on y'all. It's free reign. Any questions y'all got for Best? We here today.
So Ness, I ain't gonna lie. How you been first though? Let's just ask you that. How you been?
Been great. Like, yeah, I've been great at when I did see the video, like I was going through it because like it was like the new moon, and I was like, I used the shrooms for the healing as well. So it's like it brought up different feelings and emotions. Like I was never just thinking about that situation because that was like years ago.
Right.
So it just came up out of nowhere, and everything happened the way it happened.
Yeah, you definitely expressed how you feel. So talk about your new journey. I feel like a lot of people didn't know what really happened between you and Hybrids. I don't think people kind of see you separated from them, but they don't really know what happened. Can you kind of give a detail what happened and why you got separated or the deals?
Yeah. I mean, I was just signed for 2 years, so like my contract ended, so that's why we parted ways. But it was just weird because like just that whole situation, like I just felt like they didn't really look out for me the way I was looking out for them. Like I was really extending myself to the max, trying to just make sure they needed what they needed, like beats, studio. You need me at the studio. Like I was just doing a lot, and yeah. So it's like, where do I want to start? It's so much.
All right, let's for people that might not know who you are, just talk about the journey of starting with Hybrids. How did you first even get in contact with Hybrids? How that whole process? Because a lot of people might not even know that information.
Yeah, so I got started with Hybrids. It was like my freshman year of college. One of my friends named Zay was playing a Boogie song, My Shit, on his Snapchat story. I just like, the song was fire. So I was like, who is this? I never heard of Boogie at that time. So he told me it was like Boogie. Like I did my research, listened to his music, got a feel of like his sound, and then I went to go in like my folders of beats and I try to find like what will match him. So yeah, I sent him beats that day. He hit me back up that night, and then after that we started working.
Okay. So, when in the bomb, because I see a lot of times producers send beats to rappers and stuff like that, and it used to be like virtual and shit. When that bond started to form, where it became more of like, I'm not just sending beats to the email, I'm actually getting to meet the guy.
I think that happened like after Not Regular Person like came out, when they started seeing the numbers and things like started getting real. That's when that happened. Yeah, like probably right before I signed. Yeah, because it was a while ago, so it was like around right before I signed, or like right when I signed. That's when I started going to studios, like getting more personal with them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And from my understanding, you feel like you never got a chance to build a real relationship with them. It was more of a business side of relationship more than a family oriented relationship.
Yeah, it was just straight business.
So what type of advice would you give to somebody, who gets a similar opportunity for the first time like that?
Hmm. I mean, so from what I did and how I would correct it, like I don't regret nothing, but I would say like whatever you're getting into, like just do your research, like watch interviews, um, the business, read some books about the business of music. Yeah, just do your research, whatever that requires, whatever you think that requires. Like ask people that you know that may be around the industry, or like yeah, just do your research before you get into anything. That's not, it don't even have to be music, like just anything. Do your research so that you know the possible outcomes so you can prepare for all that.
Right.
I would agree. I did see also you said that they have the same lawyer for them and yourself that negotiated the contract for your service there.
Hmm.
Um, and so you completed the terms of the contract, or were you able to get your own lawyer at another point to renegotiate that contract?
Um, I mean, I completed the terms of the contract, but it was like maybe a year before my contract ended, where I got like my own lawyer.
Okay.
Like I got rid of the old one, and everything started, like the business, the money started coming in after I got rid of the old one that they gave me.
Shout out to your lawyer, man. For sure,
But
because that's
yeah,
a major thing.
he's not my lawyer no more, but he definitely helped during those times when he was
I mean,
like.
actually, at what point in your career, or how far is that? Like, how far did you realize, like, okay, I'm kind of being done dirty, like as far
Mm,
as because I feel like you always hear rappers or producers feel like they find that out later on in their career after the success has happened, not in the moment. They always find out after, and they're like, damn, I could have made such and such money, but what made you like such to realize that I don't think something's right?
mhm,
Because where you was at right now, you was in your prime, so everything just like it was just like it looked good on the outside.
mm. I mean, like what I went through was just like a red flag, just automatically, like just the treatment I got with them, because I wasn't, like I said, it was just business. Like it wasn't no personal relationship. Like I came from a different like side of the spectrum of the world. Like I had my, I'm not saying they didn't have a family, but the way I was raised, like I had, there was one period of time where I had my grandma and my grandpa in the same house with my parents, my brother. Like not everybody gets that like opportunity. So it's like, but I got to experience like the hood side, but it
It's
just
never
different.
you.
It was raised differently, so they didn't respect the way I was raised and the way that I was being. So they like called me names. So that was like a red flag right there. And then just, I'm in the industry, so I see on social media like different big artists promoting their producers, and I'm like, I'm not getting that. Like I work hard for all these records, and I feel like I deserve some recognition. Like so, it's like a lot of red flags that was just obvious. Like this, it's not happening in every camp or every label.
So when you say you didn't get the credit you deserve. If I'm not mistaken correctly, you produced the Drake song with KMT. I don't remember the name of the song, and you
KMT.
believe you know credit.
KMT.
It's called
This
Yeah,
came,
KMT.
it was what
KMT.
came yeah.
KMT. Yeah, you felt like you didn't get the credit you deserve for that track. First of all, talk about producing a track for Drake,
Mhm.
and talk about like not even being like, damn, I work my ass off, but for the business purposes, I had to get this guy all the credit. Because a lot of people don't see that side. We be like, oh, Ness on the beat, blah blah. We don't see like damn, you're not getting the recognition you deserve, especially with that song being a top. I think that was a Billboard song.
It's a platinum song, bro.
Yeah, platinum song.
I mean, I wouldn't say maybe I have to change the words. Not that I didn't get recognition, but I didn't feel like I got the love that I feel like I deserve from. I'm talking about strictly like hybrids from them. Like I got the recognition from like the world and stuff for this stuff, but I'm talking about. I feel like I said, like I was driving to their crib from my college, like after classes, like I was like really serious about trying to work with them, and they didn't give me that same energy. Like the energy wasn't reciprocated. That's what I'm saying.
So you said, it was what 2-3 hours? Because I know you were going to Mirrors, right? So I believe it was in the Netflix show that they did, because I believe he was on there too, right? When they did that one episode on Netflix, he was actually going back and forth from school to the studio, which was documented. So you took about a 3-hour trip there and back, roughly.
Yeah, and I'll go often just because I like love music, and I was like, this is my dream of being in the industry. Like I got something going with them. Like I wanted to be there all the time. Like I didn't want to be in school, so any opportunity I got to be over there, I was over there.
Yeah.
And
you were playing basketball as well, right?
Yeah, but I quit like right before I signed to them because like basketball is time consuming because it's a low Division I school, and yeah, I just had to take something out to like really reach that peak and whatever I chose.
No, that makes sense. That makes sense. So did you feel nobody in the camp showed you anything, like showed you any love or feel like credit that you deserved, or was there anybody you felt like you built the bond with at all?
Like I built a little bond with Don Q just because I got his side of like being a conscious rapper. Like that's not mainstream music, so and I know he saw like Boogie getting all the shine, and of course he probably wanted a little more shine. Like I can just tell by his body language, and if you just look at his interviews, just what he speaks about his experience. Like you can, like I'm just an energy person. I can just tell by his energy, like he felt overshadowed in some areas. So yeah, it was Don Q. I feel like I was the most close with.
Okay. So I'm sure you've been in a lot of sessions and things like that. Who would you say to you did you see of your own? Because you said we're in a better space now, so we're going to talk about the live, but everything is also about positive energy. What would you say was one of your favorite sessions with, whether it be with them, whether it be with the Drake situation, or whoever you worked with? Would have been one of your favorite sessions, like, or creative wise?
One that's just is coming to me right now is like I was in a session with Chief Keef and A Boogie when they did the Glory Bridge.
Nah, that got a legendary moment. You said Chief Keef, that's the GOAT.
We love Chief Keef on this show.
Yeah, shout out to Sosa, man.
Yeah, as a kid, like not even kid, like high school, I was trying to get my beats to Chief Keef so much. So it's like, damn, I'm finally here. Yeah. So yeah, you said studio session, right?
Yeah,
or you mean like any moment?
It could be any moment, but like studio session is fine.
Yeah, it's useless, but I low-key want to hear about being in the studio with Chief Keef. Like, I'm a Chief Keef, so like, I'm a Chief Keef fan. I low-key want to hear about that. So I had to tell you session, but then tell Chief Keef story too, like how his vibe.
It's still like that whole time in the industry was kind of like a blur. So I remember meeting him, but it's like I don't remember too much because I'm just so in the moment at the time. Like, I'm here with Chief Keef. They're doing a song on my beat. Like, I'm just so in tune. That's like, yeah, I'm just so present that it's like I'm kind of not even there type shit. Like, I'm just so in tune that
like an out of body experience, kind of.
And that's how it was. Like a lot of those moments, just meeting these artists is just so like surreal. Like I'll be telling myself in my head, like, yo, don't be acting like no fanboy right now. Like, don't be acting started. Like, yeah, I was like, so it's just so much going on internally. Like, just happy. Like, I don't want to act too happy, or I don't want to.
You just want to act mellow type jump.
Yeah.
So, has there ever been a time when you was in the studio and you were starstruck? Because you work with not only Chief, you work with PNB Rock, you work with TJ Porter, but just see you work with Don Q with just Drake. I don't know how they mention Drake first, but you know
XXX Tentacion, RIP to him as well.
You got so many guys that got household names. Was there ever a time Like you were starstruck, and and like, what kind of advice did they give you? What did they say to you when they seen you, or did they know who you were when they ran into you?
Yeah, before I met PNB, like I was listening to his music a lot, and I met him in the studio in New York City. When I met him, like I was like, yo, that's PNB. Like I used to listen to his music like all the time, like R&B 3.
Mhm.
That tape was fire.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, so when I met him, he kind of like shocked me how like humble and genuine he was. Like, yo, like you Ness, like he knew me. I was like, the
That's fire.
yeah. So that was a cool moment, and it's like he didn't teach me something like, yo, you should do this, but it's just like the way he carried himself, like taught me a lot.
Absolutely.
He was just genuine with everybody.
It's a lot of music right now. You also are artists now as well.
Mhm.
But you just dropped your EP yesterday.
Yeah,
Anybody you listening to right now outside of yourself?
I listen to like mostly some of my friends, Lake Coast. Shout out to Lake Coast, Spiritual Tony. They more like positive music. It's like when I went on my spiritual journey, I started transitioning and changing like my music. So at that time, it wasn't too many people like doing that, like talking about crystals and their music and stuff like that. So when I found their music, it was like their music was helping me through this new journey because I came just straight from the industry. Then I went like I met my ex, like we was like Christian. We got out of Christianity because it just wasn't resonating. There was just like so many different changes. I'm like trying to figure out like how to go about this path. It's like 'cause nobody that I knew was on this path or was even speaking about this. So it's like this is a whole new life that I'm entering. So it's like, yeah, the music helped me a lot.
You
So
Absolutely.
just you just mentioned the spiritual journey. Talk about like that whole process. 'Cause I feel like that's kind of challenging, especially when you've been making this type of music and you've been winning in this lane for so long. Like we just mentioned, all the people you produce. So now, like you hitting a whole 360, going a whole different way, and that's kind of a hard thing to set. That's like a what's it called? What's the word I'm looking for?
Oh,
It's
wait.
something.
It's a
Huh?
180. It's a 180. It's a flip of the script. It's flipping the script.
It's a flip of the script. It's like when they told Carmelo to go to the bench. It's like it's like damn, I'm winning at this, but I'm about to make a flip, and this might gonna be the best decision for me in life. How was that? Because I feel like for a lot of people, it's like if I'm winning at this the winning formula. Keep going at this. How was it to say, all right, I'm not trying to produce that music. I'm trying to be more on a spiritual level.
it wasn't like it wasn't me saying like I didn't want to do this. It's just like my fallout with Hybrid was like disappointing. So I was kind of just I needed my space to myself and just going internally just caused me to like go on the vegan journey. And then that's a whole different like when you eat vegan, it just changes how you look at life because you eating food you eating food that's conscious. Like you eat like meat and certain things, it's not conscious of itself no more. So it's like as you keep eating that food, you're not gonna be conscious of yourself no more. So it's like now that I was eating vegan food, I was becoming more conscious of like different ancient things about me and about the world. It's like I was just getting more information, so I started seeing life like way differently. And it's like, how do I speak to people when majority of the world or majority of people that I know is not even on this time? And so
Mhm.
everybody's just looking at me like, oh damn, he just did a whole 360, like looking at me crazy. And I'm still in college trying to just deal with every single thing. So yeah, it was definitely tough.
What's some of the things you learned or some of the things you found interesting while doing your research? Because I feel like a lot of people want to go to that, but they're scared to learn certain things. Like what's something that just grabs you and like, okay, this I feel like this is for me right here. What's something that grabs you and is like, all right, let me go.
Um, my ex, she showed me this documentary on Netflix. It was called like What the Health. So it was just showing like how animals get abused and then how they sell them and then how they put preservatives and different hormones in them so they can have a longer like shelf life. And it's just like we just eating mad different shit we don't really need. And it's like our stomach is the brain. So it's like what you feed your stomach it's gonna show up here. So it's like a lot. That's why a lot of people like mentally they got mental fog and stuff like that. Is because they just feeding their stomach and their bodies with not the right stuff. So health is something that really I wasn't really into health at the time. I was into it because of basketball. I wanted to get in shape for basketball, but I wasn't like, oh, I want to be healthy. What's calories and all that stuff.
And is it kind of hard to like? Cause I ain't gonna lie, this probably food you enjoy eating growing up. Is it? And you see it probably when you walk around. Is it hard to be like, no, I can't eat this. I'm on this journey. Was it hard for that challenge?
How long have you been doing it? That's the question. Because if you've been doing it for quite some time, it's usually a lot easier to not eat those things because you already broke the habit of eating what you used to eat.
Yeah, so it started like right before COVID, like 2019.
Oh yeah,
So
so
I've
you're
been,
about 3 years in.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't get tempted with it. Like,
So you never cheated, not even a little bit, not one time, not cheated.
well, I have, but yeah, not with it. It's like I was real strict, but then I just started learning more things. Like we're everything. So it's like it's about how you perceive certain things. So it's like that's why people pray over the meat and stuff, so they give it a better energy, so they take it in, and it's like it's more justice than what it would if you just ate it like without praying over it, like a transfer of energy. You're like giving your thanks for it, and now like everything is energy, so it's kind of shaping the energy of this food and it's making it like its energy more higher in a way.
Yeah, so you're not kind of like not being barbaric or savage. Like animals, they don't pray over their food. That's kind of an instinct. But for us,
Yeah,
we have that ability to think more cognitive and things like that. And
yeah.
I can
I learned
understand that not cheating though.
it's all about like intention. That's
hmm
that's what I learned. It's about your intention. Like,
Yeah, I tried to eat a burger. Somebody put bacon on it the other day, and as soon as I had a piece of bacon, I was about to throw up because I haven't eaten pork in 5 years. So
damn.
I'm like, yeah, I
After
can't,
that,
can't,
that's
I
this.
can't, yeah, can't ingest none of that stuff no more. Ingest any of that stuff anymore. Um, so people get into their own theories about how things happen. So, like you said, when you walked away from the industry, people thought you getting a spiritual awakening and things of that nature. They created their own ideas about these things. Um, and I'm pretty sure you've seen people like artists like Loon, who was Diddy's artist. He turned to Islam after leaving the industry. We've seen the artists like G Dep. When he leave the industry, he turned himself into prison for a crime that he necessarily didn't commit, which is coming back to find out now. And people, they just do different things. They try to find enlightenment once they leave the industry. What is it in the industry that really bothers people's energy or spirit, or for, just you for yourself? What was it that bothered you that made you feel you need to be around more positive energy and be aware of what you put into your own your mind, body, and soul?
It's just like you know yourself to a certain point where it's like, all right, I'm not feeling good. Like it's like the habits that I had. Like I was smoking every day, smoking at night, like staying up late. I was eating McDonald's at night, like Domino's at night. So it's like just my habits kind of messed up my energy and stuff like that. So it's basically it's like it's the habits. It's like because in hybrids they were smoking every second. Like they got someone rolling every second. Like I wasn't doing that in college before I met them and stuff. So it's like I'm adapting to their ways now because like this is a dream. Like let me be like all in this
I'm
experience.
a team player, yeah. Just pretty.
Let me smoke. Like if sometimes it feel good to smoke, and then you listening to Boogie record, and it's like, yo, that's my beat, and it's just like it's. But the industry they try to make you do the most and give you the least. So it's like they drain your energy. It's like they want you to do this, and like at that time, the lawyer wasn't helping me. So like if I had a song dropping with Kodak this day, like the lawyer wouldn't contact me for like a month, and I'm trying to reach out to the lawyer. I'm trying to do my schoolwork, trying to make sure I'm up on that. Like I hated school. Like I'm trying to make sure I'm still working with the music, getting placements while I got this recognition and everything is going well. So it's just like it has your mind going so many places, and like a lot of people don't really know how to
Handle
ground.
all.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
don't know how to handle that and ground their energy and really center themselves and come back to, okay, I just came from the club, but now I got this routine where all right, I feel good now. Like nobody really know how to do that, and I feel like that's why people get out of the industry because like you go in. Most people go in. I ain't gonna say most. Some people go in just genuinely happy. It's like a dream, and then they get into it, and then at some point it's like they feel like they lost themselves. So it's like you gotta got to distance yourself from what you feel like you lost yourself from, so you can find yourself again.
Absolutely.
So,
I
let
got a
me ask you
question.
this. Go ahead, Swoops, you got a question?
Yep, got a question. So, would you have going back if you could do anything different? Would you have not signed as a producer, basically exclusively to them? Would you have kept your services open and probably try to get yourself a team around you, maybe your own lawyer in a situation, knowing what you know now?
Yeah. It's like I don't regret nothing that I go through because
Absolutely.
I'm happy where I am now. But yeah, if I was to do things different, I had the knowledge I know now, like I would definitely move different. Like make sure I get my own entertainment lawyer, make sure like I learned the business like in and out. Make sure I was like more present in the studio sessions, like talking to the artists and maybe trying to get like personal like connections with them because it's like if you don't have a personal connection with someone, like are they really gonna look out for you?
Absolutely.
So yeah, I'll do those things differently.
If I'm not mistaken, somewhere in your life, you say you work with Wayno and he kind of helped you out, like help you get your money.
Shout out
Talk
to
about the
Wayno.
Wayno.
Shout
Yeah.
out to Wayno and Lamont Graves. So
Okay.
Wayno, I forgot. I think Wayno just reached out to me because I think maybe my name like was popping for a little bit, and then like people stopped hearing about me. I think he reached out. I don't really know how it went, but we got in contact, and we were just talking about the situation, like my situation with Highbridge, and I think he was asking me like if I'm getting paid and stuff like that, and I was telling him that I'm not getting paid from, I'm not getting no royalties. Like I get my advance, like but not royalties, and put me on to Lamont. And Lamont is like Lamont Graves, like he clutch on Instagram. Like people that don't really know the business, they should go follow him. I think it's Lamont LAMONT underscore GRAVES. And
Mhm.
he always trying to put producers on. It's like mainly he focused on like
Yep.
songwriters and like producers.
Yep.
So he
It's
like yeah, he's trying to get people on like the sync licenses, like movies, video games, like trying to get them right with their business. Like if producers want to do instrumental albums and how they can make money, like he's showing people different ways than just going like, straight placements. Like because that's most people just think it's just that you just got to get placements, but you can do as many different things like the things I mentioned.
absolutely. I just actually looked him up. He is the owner of the Grave Films, and they help producers and songwriters get paid. Um, and they do consulting, publishing, and a bunch of other things like that. But his clients that he's worked with have over 60 million records sold, and yeah, so that's what he does. He knows the business. He does what he do, and if you are a producer, you should absolutely go into that. It's interesting, and that's because I wish I had you. I was on Clubhouse the other day. I go on there sometimes, and there was a argument saying that producers shouldn't get 50% of the publishing, which I don't agree with at all. I think that that's blasphemous because you guys actually create most of the song.
Yeah,
If like nobody buys acapella albums that I know of, they sell
yeah,
them, but they don't sell the record the units that a complete project would sell.
You
So
want to be told, the beat is sometimes that makes a song. A
I say
lot of times
producer.
you listen.
The beat. It's
Yeah.
different between a beat maker and a producer. So producers, they like what what Nas did with Hit Boy. That's a producer. Like he helped curate that album. It's different when you just making the beat because Ness, you've been on that side too, where you would just make a beat pack and send it to somebody, and then they do what they do with it.
yeah.
It's not the same thing as you sitting in the studio and y'all creating something together.
Mhm.
So I just wanted your take on producers getting 50% of the publishing.
Yeah, like just the definition you said, like producers are more involved than beat makers. Beat makers, they just they send the beats out and you get the placement. So it's like I can see for if they're talking about beat makers maybe getting less, but producers, the people that are actually like in the studio, like now you should say this better. Like they actually helping with the song. Like they should definitely get more percentage because they did the beat and they helping the artist like structure the song so it like hit because the producer made the beat. They know how it flows and what melodies sound right. Like
Mm.
so, yeah, I think producers should definitely get 50%.
Absolutely. I would agree with you. With somebody arguing that, I didn't agree. And that's got one last thing best before you go.
Mhm.
You've been on both sides. As you are today, would you rather do what we see Hit Boy is doing, or like Alchemist is doing, and making a project from top to bottom, even the Heat Makers, top to bottom with an artist, or would you still be okay with just doing placements here and there, depending on who the artist is?
I'd rather do it Hit Boy and them doing like coming up with an artist, or you notice that you got a sound with someone and you want to just build with them, because I feel like that's the best. Like they definitely have a personal relationship for them to be doing a album or a tape together. So it's like they're gonna look out for each other. They're not gonna be trying to do him dirty, and he's not gonna do him dirty. Like yeah,
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I would think that you would agree that the music sounds better when you can go from track 1 to track 17 with the same artist, because you can kind of take them through your own journey that you guys go through for however
Mhm.
long it takes for you guys to make that project.
Yeah, for sure. Because they definitely link up outside the studio, so they start building a bond, and it's like more personal, and then it's like the emotions are easy to express in the studio, and it's like it's not where you just meet the producer for one time and you're doing a tape, and it's like maybe the artist is uncomfortable with the producer because they don't know each other and the energies maybe don't even bond well. The producer may just have fire beats, and the artist may be a good artist, but the energies don't bond. So it's like it's all about that chemistry.
All right, so now my question is for you. When you was around A Boogie, I know there's a lot of artists you came up with from the time. I'm talking about roster. They
Mhm.
felt like you should have been doing more for the time. What's your thoughts on that? Because a lot of people feel like, oh, Ness is in the industry. I kind of was making beats with Ness. I should did it. What's your whole thought on that? People feel like you owe them or something like that
Their
because you came up with.
entitlement,
They wasn't paying me.
simple
Like
as that.
this is the same situation. I was doing a lot for them, like
Mhm.
for like Chizzy, like the Fetty game. Like I
Yeah.
was like so into that. Like I would run their Fetty game page, and I would be trying to get their followers up, because I'm like, yo, I see potential. Like I'm happy to be around y'all, and like I know them from basketball,
Playing
so
ball.
like
Yeah.
yeah, it's like I'm gonna do more for y'all too, because I feel comfortable with y'all. So it's like
Mhm.
I get it, because like they feel like I could have probably took them to that position, but it's like look at the bigger picture now. Like look at the situation I'm in now. Like things happen for a reason. You just gotta just trust that I'm not gonna switch up, like because you know me before music.
Right. Yeah. And I ain't gonna lie. If I'm not mistaken, did you not bring Lil West around A Boogie? Like I could have like that was you that was kind of got them in tune, right?
I don't even know if I think he just like his own situation somehow that he got in tune. Like he was like
Okay.
around me maybe, and then maybe him just being around me got him there. But yeah, I didn't ever like introduce him to Boogie,
Oh,
but
okay.
he got around him somehow. Yeah.
All
Okay.
right.
Okay. I thought you had to do it.
I
No.
got a question though. Go ahead, that's what you gonna say.
No. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Because
You listen.
I'm about to go down a whole different way. Because if you want to stay on this topic, I'm gonna let you get this off.
Okay. And my second question was, I didn't see you work with a lot of roster artists. You don't, again, you said Fetty Gang. You didn't work with Rich Baby, aka Luwap. You didn't work with Dini. You didn't work with Jocko, Lil West. I'm pretty sure you got Lil
All right.
Flair. Um, who? Oh, Tyrek. Oh, yeah, Tyrek the GOAT. Yeah, that's a fact. Talk about what you think of the roster music. Because I don't really think people have ever heard you. I don't think people really heard you like speak on it. What's your thought on it? And like, do you feel like we industry ready? Or
I feel like now more than ever. I see like people developing their own lanes. Before I feel like it was just Rochester battling to be number one, but I feel like now for some reason everybody's like coming together. It's like you gotta prepare for the industry. Like the industry will probably try to tear each other. Like people in Rochester try to bring them against each other. And if we're not aligned as a city, like it's just gonna bring more hell to our city. Like we gotta all come together in a certain way first before we enter the industry as a collective.
Right. Has anybody's music you been paying attention to lately? Like that caught your eye, that caught your attention?
Watches right now. I was looking at Purple stuff a few days ago. Like, I'm in tune, but I just like the messages that most of them talk about. I'm just over that right now. Like, Not saying it's bad. It's just like I'm at a different stage
Oh,
in
you
my
got
life.
it. Yeah. That's you said. Okay.
Absolutely. So my thing is this. So you said this spiritual journey and awakening, right? And
Mhm.
so you say you took some shrooms. I need to
Mhm.
know what this is like, man. I've been hearing about the shrooms. I think I'm ready to go on this journey and
Yeah.
do a little micro dosing. My producer Mike says do it.
Yeah.
Pause. Feel me? For the pause switch control out there. I'm thinking about this, man. Ness, just give me something that I should be aware of. What pointers you would give me, and what have your experience has been like when you do your. You probably do a little bit more than microdosing now because you've been doing this for a while. What is your experience like with it?
It's great. Like I'll tell you my first experience. Like I was all nervous because like most people have a certain idea of it. Like, oh, you're gonna trip, you're gonna see certain things. Like I never hallucinated once. Like none of that. Like, and I've taken like 8 grams before. Like,
Mm.
and yeah, it just all depends on the person.
Our producer said, I heard you say 8 grams. He had it like sheesh.
Yeah, it depends on the person because the shrooms. Like what I learned is that fungi is the closest related. Like all the kingdoms, the animal kingdoms, plant kingdoms, fungi is the closest related to us. So it's like there's a reason why like Mario is showing us in the video games. You eat the mushroom, you grow, your consciousness grows. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's why they deem it as like, oh, you shouldn't take shrooms. But then in Silicon Valley, they eating shrooms to create the new inventions. So it's like it don't make sense. But like on my first experience, yeah, I went in there with a little fear and stuff like that. But it was like I don't remember exactly my first experience, but it was definitely like eye opening that it wasn't what people made it seem to be. Like you feel like certain emotions, like it's like a healing emotion. Like it's gonna bring up things that you holding in. Like you may not even know certain things you holding in, but it's gonna bring it up so that like all they want to do is like heal you. They want to heal you. So then after you heal through most of the things that have been holding you down, then they let you experience the fun. Like the animals start coming, being more connected to you. Like animals just start flying around you, and it just like the universe starts showing you that like we got you. It's like we've been so taken away from nature that we gotta heal to see like the beauty in it. So it's like I did my research though. I was just watching a lot of people's mushroom trip videos. Like, you know what those are? Like watching their experiences that they put on YouTube.
Hmm?
Yeah, so I would just watch those to prepare myself. But yeah, it's a beautiful journey. Like I love them. Like
Yeah.
you got to use intentions. Like a lot of people would just go like I'm just eat the shrooms just because rappers talking about it and they just go party. You don't even know what they're gonna experience because like when you take shrooms, you get more in tune with your energy. So like you feel everybody's energy around you. So that's why they say like you should be around people that like you are comfortable with, so you can have a certain experience. Because if you're at a party or there's people you don't know, you're gonna be like because you're feeling everybody energy. So yes, I recommend.
I
But
ain't
you
gonna
got
lie.
to
I'm take shrooms,
That
man.
just
I'm take
sound fire,
shrooms.
but at the same time, that just sound fire, but at the same time, sounds scary. 'Cause you say you got like animals flying around. I don't know if I'm ready for all that yet.
yeah, it's a healing process. Yeah, I get
Yeah,
yeah.
I think I'm a microdose a little something. I might do one on the podcast episode. Who knows? Feel comfortable around the people in the facility. So,
When you microdose, it enhances like your focus.
mm,
So it like still heals you, but it's like you're you can like focus. It's like how it's like the natural version of Adderall in a way.
yeah. No,
Yeah,
that sounds great. You ever
yeah.
thought about being like someone spiritual guy or spiritual leader, and like someone people that want to try doing
Mhm.
microdosing or trying mushrooms at all, shrooms at all, in that sense?
Yeah, I definitely want to do that, but I feel like that's not my focus right now. Like music, I want to get to a certain point. I don't know what point I want to get with my music career, but it's like I'm an artist now, so I just speak about what I go through. So like I be talking about my music, talking about shrooms, and like yeah. So I want to do it eventually, but right now it's not the time.
Awesome.
You just talked about the your music, right? Your message. I'm pretty sure that live that you went, it went kind of viral. Did anybody reach out to you like in the industry to kind of give you some advice or like they didn't see that at the point. Did anybody from Highbridge reach out or anything like that?
Nobody reached out from Highbridge. I mean, Don Q commented on the post that another blog like did that they posted my video, like some snippets, and he posted it. He commented on it, but no one reached out. I mean,
What did he say? I didn't see that.
yeah, he was just saying like, let me see, because he was just basically saying like, come on, bro, we was reaching out to you, like you cut us off type. He was kind of just saying like he was invalidating my story and saying like I'm kind of lying, like if I needed them, like I could have called them and stuff like that, but that wasn't the case.
Yeah. That's unfortunate. Hopefully one day y'all can get to the point where y'all can kind of rekindle the friendship. I don't know if it don't even gotta be for business purposes, just to be on the same page again. Hopefully that's what we're wishing for.
Whatever happens.
I know we talked a lot about the music, we talked a lot about the lifestyle change. What else you into nowadays, bro? Cause you said you used to play basketball. How you been getting back in the gym? How you been working out?
I mean, I work out like while I'm making beats. I do some push-ups or sit-ups.
Oh yeah, Susan. He said you gotta do 50 push-ups for being late. I forgot he mentioned that. He said you gotta do 50 push-ups.
It's not happening on camera. It's clips. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So in Florida, when I'm in Florida, I just walk a lot. Like I love nature, so it has a lot of nature in Florida. So I walk for like hours, just seeing different spots in Florida. Because I just love being outside. I love the sun. I haven't been to like a gym to work out and do stuff like that. But since I've been back in Rochester, I went to hoop like once. I went to yoga. Still got it, but like it's like it's muscle memory. So my body was not used to certain movements. So I got like sore and tired, so I couldn't do too much. So I had to just like chill. Like yoga, stuff like that. I like that more, like stretching. Cause it just feel good to stretch. You know how you be stretching and just like
that crack pause.
Yeah. Yeah.
That crack, you like, oh, that felt good.
Mm-hmm.
I really wanted to ask, so it's been like a huge topic on social media with Glorilla basically coming out saying that she needs an assistant for 500. I think it was like 550
yeah.
a week, ranging to like what, $2,000 a month. Now there's been sides saying that, you know, it's a great opportunity. If you're young, if you don't have kids or responsibility, you should go for it. And then there's also a lot of people stating that to be in the industry and to pay for your food and all of that, that's like nearly impossible. So with that opportunity, what is your insight on it? What would you say about that? You think it's a good idea to go for it if given the opportunity?
Yeah, it just depends on the person, like where they at, like financially and mentally, like what they can handle. It's just like so many factors. 'Cause I feel like, yeah, to someone that don't have nothing, that could be like everything to them. Because I'm pretty sure they'll help them with flights and getting them to different things that, like, so it's like so many different aspects to it. Like, she probably takes someone to like different places in the country, different countries. So it's like people get different experiences. Like, it's like the money is cool, but someone that takes that deal, like may see a whole different country that they've never been to, and that's gonna be a memory forever. So it just depends on the person. Like I wouldn't take it just because like I'm over the industry and that's not my vibe. But for someone else, that could be like a great opportunity because like me and my deal with Highbridge was only like $5,000. Like that was the advance. So to other people, they like, damn, that's mad low. But to me, in my background, like my parents, they had it. They did well. Like they raised me and my brother in a nice house and stuff like that. So it's like 5,000 to me. Like I never worked. So that was like, wow, $5,000. I'm in college. I'm playing basketball. So it's like it just depends on people's background, what they want. Like it's just a lot of factors.
Absolutely. Glorilla wild as hell for saying 550 a week. Because you talk about a personal assistant, that mean they gonna be picking up dry cleaning, doing this, doing that, cleaning their room.
It was an assistant personal assistant. Like so he was like helping out with that. I feel like if this
So
is
the
just me,
assistant personal assistant gonna go through more shit, and she eating out on her French fries. I'm not picking up no food after. I'm sorry.
I gonna lie. Me personally, bro, I would have worked there a good 6 months and built connections and relationships, just got an industry
Bro.
win, and then use that to build relationships with other people, and
So
then I would have left.
she'd have had you flying Frontier from New York to San Diego. You'd have been mad as hell.
Bro, how bad do you want this dream? I fried Frontier before too. Like I
Listen,
do right now.
I agree with you, Best, but at the end of the day, there's also nothing that's going to guarantee in these 6 months that you're gonna make the connections you need to make.
You might, and that might be just show you the industry is not what it seems to be. Just how Ness' situation was. So it's
you gotta take risks sometimes. So.
Absolutely, no, absolutely.
It's gonna show you if you able to get through that. I feel like that shows how bad you want. If you don't get through that, it shows like, maybe the industry's not what I really want. Maybe I want to go back to, and you're not too far deep in. Where you gotta go. You can just quit right there and then.
I think being someone's assistant, personal assistant, whatever the case, whatever the position is, you feel me? That's a different thing because you have to be on that person hand and foot 24/7. So that person needs come before your ambitions. Your ambitions would have to find time during that person's wants and needs being met. And $550 a week, honestly, is not enough for the stress that comes with that kind of position. For me personally.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it's definitely about the person, like how bad they want it, like their situation. Like someone that's homeless could be like, "Oh, this perfect for me." Like
I wasn't seeing nothing before that, anyways.
Yeah, or like somebody coming straight out of high school that's looking for an opportunity to.
Absolutely, I think but to be there, you have to have a certain level of maturity. Because someone fresh out of high school, they might get lost in the mix. Yeah. Like Beth said, like the industry will eat you. Like I've been on tour and I've seen like people's favorite rappers do cocaine. Like it's not a joke. They'll pull out cocaine and just start snorting, bring a bunch of girls, they popping all kinds of pills, and then you just in there. And if you don't got your own kind of mind, you'll be in there stuck up on them drugs too.
And that's the fact. Like you said, the industry is fake. Like me coming from an interview perspective, it's like you'll get all these promises for these rappers. When you make it, I'm bringing you. Or yeah, we could do an interview, and when it's time to do it, just playing around with your time. So you see how fake that low key just like it kind of pushes you away. Like damn, they already want this drink. Everybody's so fake, and you gotta like you kind of fake it too. I like you got love for somebody type junk, like but you don't want to be a meat rat. It's just it's
see,
it's special.
To me, it's the fake part ain't even the thing that gets me. It's the predatory part. It's predatorial. So like as you probably can agree to this, it'll take people that are naive to situations that come in there pure heart. Yourself as a producer, we coming into this as people who wanted to do on the media side. We want to do these things, but people will use you because you come in with this pure intent to get what they want, and then they'll keep it pushing. It's very predatory. It's very, what have you done for me lately? And then once that's gone, you're gone.
Yep.
So Ness, you just dropped this project, right? Talk about transition over to art. You say you kind of like do some more positive music, like sometimes producers they don't want to jump in that rapper lane. How was that for you? Was it an easy transition? Was creating music easy, being that you're always behind the computer?
I mean, I really did it because like my situation with my ex, like I wasn't really expressing it. Like is that the word? Affectionate or expressive, yeah. So music is always my go-to. So I used to use music to make songs about what I was going through. And then after I started doing that more, it's kind of like I'm just venting to myself. It's like it's a story to myself. I wasn't doing it to like get famous or anything. I'm like just like damn, it's hard for me to express my emotions right now to her. So let me express it through a song that's for her. And like as I kept doing that, I felt like it became easier to express myself. So I'm like, oh, these songs actually sounding good. Like so then that's how I transitioned.
With you making that transition over to being an artist now, I feel like people are always gonna put you in that bubble. A Boogie's producer, I might fall victim to it sometimes. I'd be like, yeah, it's hybrid former producer, stuff like that. Do you want to get out that bubble, or do you be like, it's part of my life, it's part of my history, and I just accept everything that comes with it?
Yeah, I can't stop what people say. So it's just like I let people say how they feel. I respect it. Like that was part of my history, like you said. But I wasn't always like that. Before I'll probably take it personal, like because those times where I was been out the industry and I'd be on live just making beats and people like, when we gonna get another song with you and Boogie? I'm like, I'm not even talking about that right now. Like, but it's like,
That would be messed up. Sometimes you be under that shadow because you made so much history over there.
yeah. So I just accept everything. Like once you start accepting things, life just become easier.
I definitely agree. Like I always tell people, sometimes, bro, when you get around stuff, you just accept the flaws and everything that comes with it. You're not even gonna be mad about it no more after a while. Even when it comes from girls to like working, like when you be like, oh, I gotta wake up at 5 in the morning. I want this money. Accept that flaw. I gotta wake up. I gotta go to bed this time. When it comes to girls, she might have a history, but you gotta accept that girl, or you're gonna be going crazy in your head for.
Facts. The world will definitely make you feel crazy if you ain't got like tough skin or you don't know yourself to a certain degree.
Absolutely. And I would think going back to the how you were recognized. That's just the origin of your career because people can't talk about the origin of Boogie career without mentioning you either.
Yeah.
Because if I'm correct, Say A, Not a Regular Person was a big song, but I think Say A was the first one to actually win a plaque, if I'm correct.
Yeah, I think yeah.
So his first plaque was with you. Regardless of however he went his career is today, his collaboration with yourself is what helped shape his career and send it off to that level of stardom that it
But
needed to go to.
I don't think that was his first plaque because Artist was already like doing his thing. But that was my first plaque with him.
Okay.
Yeah.
You still got a plaque. A plaque is a plaque.
You got a couple of them. Not one.
Yeah.
And you produce Goat Chief Keef. So that's like I ain't gonna hold you. That's my favorite rapper. So you produce for that. That's
Yeah.
Any artists that you're looking to work with right now?
I'm just focused on myself really and just whoever I connect with on my journey, our energies align. Like I'm with it. Like, yeah, I'm just like I said, I'm just focused on myself because I feel like I gave my energy to so many people, try to be this for this person, try to do this for this person. And it's like it's time
to put yourself first.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We got like less than a minute left. Anything you guys want to get in there before we send? We appreciate Ness for being here.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
For coming to the show.
First.
Appreciate you being on here, man, for sure. Glad you're in good spirits and you get to spend the holiday season with your people. That's always a blessing.
Right.
Yeah, what's your little brother been up to, real quick? He's still making beats?
Yeah, he be streaming on YouTube. YouTube. He doing this thing. He had like 14K like months ago. Now he got like 17, almost 18K. So
fire.
Yeah.
You still playing 2K, man?
My son Kendall.
Nah, 2K, man. They not changing nothing.
They're not changing nothing, man. That's cool.
Yeah.
Let's appreciate you being on the show, man. As always, of course, it's a pleasure to have you here. It's controversial, for sure. It's a controversial Best of Swoop show. I'm here with the boisterous, slowly maturing, even more hoes best, the beautiful and always controversial Christine, and your favorite Griselda fan, as you can see today, overweight lover and confrontational Vis Swoops. We about to get the hell up out of here and enjoy the rest of our holiday season.
Holiday season.
All right, y'all.
Thank y'all for having me.